From the shadows of New York's Manhattan skyline to Arizona's Valley of the Sun resides a radio program the world over has been waiting for. Hosted by two men no one has ever heard of. It's a place where idiocracy runs free and rarely a point is made. Kieran.
Peasants, I can't deal with this. I am Rocket. Star Rocket.
Rocket.
Winter of get the yachts ready. We're going to Monda.
Together, these men will bring you laughter at any cost, even if that means sacrificing their own egos or well-being. So put your brains on standby. Sit back and relax. The boys have returned. Lunatic Radio starts now.
Yes. Hello. Hello. Wow. Working for what? What is that, Rock? What do you got over there?
Working for the weekend. We got working for the weekend.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, bro. We're broing out. Hey, what up, everybody? It's the Lunatic Radio Show. I'm Kieran. That's Rock way over there in the great state of New York.
No.
He is the man. He's the myth. He's a legend. He's a radio legend.
The expensive state of New York.
The expensive state of New York. Holy shit, are you right?
Finally once.
One of the reasons why I live in fucking Arizona. It's expensive as fuck.
See, there's a positive.
$2,200 to live in a place right next to a fucking highway. No view of anything. It's stray cats. God damn it!
Come on, those are fun.
Stray cats.
Yeah, they could be like your new friends.
It's pussy breathing.
Pussy breathing.
Absolutely.
What is that? The Friday?
No.
Is that Friday show jokes or is that Wednesday?
No, this is Friday.
This is the part that gives the dick comfort.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing with all these multiple shows, Kieran. I miss out on some of these wonderful opportunities of discussion.
Oh, you didn't hear the Cardi B fucking latest rant on the
No, I did.
media?
I was all excited, but you have shows in between that you got to talk about this. I don't blame you. Don't get me wrong. It's just
as soon as you mentioned it, I threw it right up. I already loaded the clip is already loaded on my thing here.
So when you heard it, you thought of me.
Dive right into the Cardi B shit again.
I like how when Cardi B speaks, you think of me. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Absolutely, man. She's a firecracker.
What she is. I don't know. I mean, you probably talked about this ad nauseum already, but it's.
I don't care. I'll talk about it again. I'll do the shows over and over again until we get them right.
It's either a great idea or the definition of insanity. One or the other.
Yeah. I'm trying 17 years, Rock, doing the show.
Fair enough.
Still haven't done a good one. I always told you.
Just one.
Once I do a good radio show, I'm going to quit.
Drop the mic.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So speaking of Friday show, you guys were talking about Winnie the Pooh. So I guess, maybe you didn't get to talk about her that much on Friday. Yeah. So,
well, that Winnie the Pooh story is actually a good story. It's the voice. Well, if you had, I was, going to play some Winnie the Pooh clips and make jokes.
You spent like 20 minutes questioning honey versus porridge. I'm like, what happened to Kieran? What happened to this poor man?
TJ was telling me it's not porridge. I'm like, it's porridge in a Winnie the Pooh, isn't it?
No, it's honey. But all right, so back to Cardi B.
Because we are doing Friday show again.
Really?
This is what we're doing.
This is really, yeah. It's just this is the two white guy. This is the white guy edition of it.
Just start saying the word shout out.
Should I get the reggae horn ready? Is that how this works? I don't know. I'm white.
I hope TJ's not listening.
No, he can.
Gandhi Noodle in the chat room. What up, fella?
He knows. He gets it. TJ gets it. Honestly, as I've said, I'm sure on the show before, but it always comes to mind. I feel like this is just constantly just another level, just another chop down for Nicki Minaj. I feel like the more that Cardi B rises, the Nicki Minaj stock falls. I feel like. Because I feel like this is Nicki
the whole
Minaj's
thing in the entertainment world. Is once your time is limited. Get your money. They always say like Cypress Hill, the great Cypress Hill said, "Save your money, man." because next year there's going to be another guy doing the same shit you do, putting a spin on it, and he'll be the dude.
Right.
In that fucking song, Rockstar,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's Cardi B is that fucking next person that came around to Nicki Minaj,
I feel like Nicki Minaj was kind of like the beta of what now Cardi B is. They're like, let's test the waters to see how far we could go with Nicki Minaj. And they tested her, and they're like,
get her ass before people go? That's a problem.
Right. Yeah. And then they're like, fuck it. We're just going to throw the lamp rat out to everybody and see what shakes. And
I want to ask you this.
Yeah, sure.
What automobile can Nicki Minaj fit in and feel comfortable? Because to be honest with you, if she's driving, say, a Honda Accord, there's no way she's closing the door. She can't close the door. Her ass is that big. Rock, have you seen her ass?
In pictures.
I know I've said this a million times, but people, let me stress to you that my fucking ass is like a goddamn, it's a couch. It's a love seat. It's a love seat. It's a two-seater.
That sounds nice.
It's probably, I would say that fucking thing is probably 3.5 feet wide.
Wow.
It's a big ass. And that ain't fitting in no car. There's no cars. Obviously, she can't fly Southwest.
Right. Well,
There's no way.
Yeah.
She would have to buy 3 seats.
Yeah.
And extra overhead luggage.
She's not sitting in a high school gym auditorium.
That would be actually a safe place for her because there's a big room. And
but those seats in them,
just save one stands for her so she can earn her ass. That fucking ass is ridiculous. There's no way that thing's clean either. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, come on. We don't know.
There's no way.
Why not?
You would need the pressure wash that motherfucker.
I'm sure she has a bidet.
Yeah, it better be a pressure washer. Her bidet is a pressure washer.
Karen's saying she needs a fire hydrant for a bidet.
She takes a dump, and there's some dude standing outside the bathroom go, "Okay, Nikki, I'm ready." And he just power washes. God damn, you need a fucking the same thing astronomers use to see the stars is the same thing people would use to see Nicki Minaj's asshole when she gets over.
So wait, so Nicki has I don't know, is Nicki's butt bigger than Cardi B's? Is that what we're learning?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to. Thanks for you're my conscience.
That's right.
Getting back, Cardi B is a refined version of Nicki Minaj, but smaller yet still big, prettier, and a yappy mouth.
Oh my god, it doesn't stop.
Yeah, the fucking thing's like
an outboard motor.
Talks like she's falling down a hill. You want to hear the fucking? I might as well play it because if people haven't heard it, maybe some people listen to the Sunday show. They don't listen to the Friday show. Here it is. Nicki, no, not Nicki Minaj. This is Cardi B's latest.
Oh, there's a Freudian.
Her Instagram rant.
Y'all motherfuckers going around showing this fucking picture. Now y'all photoshopping it even more. Like, oh, Cardi pussy. First of all, that ain't my pussy.
By the way, I should stress that she's naked in her green room before the Billboard Awards.
I thought you were going to stress that there might be some profanity.
Yeah. Earmuffs, kid.
My pussy right here. This is where I birthed my daughter from. This right here, the part that shows, when I go like this, that's just my ass. When you got a fat ass, that shit gets fat right there. This part right here, this is the part that gives the dick comfort. You know what I'm saying? There's the part that, like, when you go like this in and out, that's what this nigga feel. That's my ass. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to look at my pussy so bad, y'all should have went see me when I was a motherfucking stripper and I was promoting myself. Like, come see me. Now, too bad.
That was actually, just when you think she's just off the chain and completely a mess, that last line, she brought it back in and she's like, go fuck yourself.
Right. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, you should have saw me when I was stripping. You were so into it. Where were you when I was trying to make some dollars,
I gotta tell you, I watch these celebrities on these, they do these 1-minute rants. Obviously Instagram only allows you to do 1-minute videos, right?
Right.
The one that's the best at it and most entertaining is Cardi B, because I watched The Rock, I watched Kevin Hart do it, and I don't give a fuck. I really don't care about your inspirational fucking workout bullshit. Either one of you. I don't care. Go running. Who gives a fuck, Kevin Hart? Oh, you're The Rock. I'm number one again in fucking India. My movie's number one. Fucking Rampage is number one in goddamn Kyrgyzstan. Who gives a shit? The Rock.
Me?
You're 46 years old and you're a giant. You're gonna be dead in 2 years. You're so steroided up, man. There's no way. There's no way.
Can I give like the 1 billionth great idea for the show that you won't do? The 1 billionth idea is that you're gonna go on Instagram and give Kier inspirational like sayings, like, you know, drink another beer, you're gonna fucking die. But like you, like with like a picture of a sunset, you know.
By the way, Leroy Jenkins taking it. Rock hard, a director of photography for his web streaming camera. Nice work, Rock. You got Rory Karf over there.
No, it would just be if Rory was here, it would just be looking at himself.
Is it right before you hit the stream? Right before you hit the streaming button, does he go and action? There you go.
I think you should do that. I think Kier inspirational little sayings, you know.
Well, I was actually thinking before the show as I was taking a leak. I was like, maybe I should start a YouTube series where I play celebrities in golf, and I want to beat them.
Like physically beat them?
No, like beat them in golf. Who can I beat in golf? I think the one person I couldn't beat would be Justin Timberlake.
Wait a minute.
Timberlake.
How are you going to get in contact with celebrities?
I don't know, Rock. This is just what you think about when you're alone in your apartment for hours on end and you have to take leaks. You just come up with fucking things.
My idea is cheap. You have like a picture, you take a picture of your like spit bottle, and the saying is every day people die. There's your first post. Your Kier inspiration.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know.
All right, so there's a lot to do on today's radio program, but obviously follow the lunaticradio.com and all the social medias at Lunatic Radio. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Everybody search Lunatic Radio on YouTube and follow us. If you'd like to submit a donation to the lunaticradio.com show, www.lunaticradio.com is the website. Bottom right-hand corner, click the donation button. Thank you in advance. Word them up. Those donations, Rock, they're flying in. I tell you what.
Oh, really?
People love the content that we're providing.
That's great.
Yeah, just like it's like Avengers Endgame. I swear to God, the box office for our show.
Good thing you're recording this so that when the IRS comes to knocking, you have zero proof.
Yeah, and $0.
It's just like in one door, right out the other.
Wait a minute, I owe you shit for $0?
Look at me, I'm in Arizona. What do you want?
No one's listening to me.
What are you gonna take the sand from me? Go ahead, take the sand.
What are you gonna take? My fucking half a tin of dip, you assholes? Need that.
You take the cactus outside? Yeah, go ahead, shit dick.
By the way, are you into the Avengers Endgame shit?
Am I? I saw it yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, look at that, Kieran.
So you were one of those $2.2 billion.
One of those assholes.
Huh?
One of those assholes that went and saw the movie.
Apparently 11 days. In 11 days, this fucking film has grossed internationally $2.2 billion.
It's a cash cow.
That's fucking insane. Is that not crazy? Apparently it's second place to the Titanic.
Everything's second place to Titanic. What the hell did the Titanic do? Jesus Christ. Sank.
Well,
who gives a shit?
It took the Titanic like fucking 47 days to get to wherever it's at now or whatever.
It's going to blow it away.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. The Avengers Endgame, the end game is they're going to be the number one ranked film of all time box office was.
I saw it and it was 3 hours and it was riveting from beginning to end. I've never been in a theater where so many people were into it. Like there was a lot of clapping, there was a lot of gasps. And keep in mind, I didn't go. This is an opening weekend, I guess. So this is now the second weekend since it premiered.
11 days. It's been 11 days.
So yeah, this is the 11th, the 10th day that I went that it was out, and my wife went too, and she's into it, but she's not like into it. She just kind of enjoys them. She doesn't read comics or anything like that, and she was like Like her hands were like on her mouth, like she was in like shock at points of the film. Like it was like they really did a good job of, you know, pulling the heartstrings and, you know, having you on the edge of your. I mean, that's what they do. This is, you know, they're professionals. They did a really good job. And you would think after 22 films it would get old. And listen, I was sitting there amongst a packed theater, and clearly this machine is far from over. Far from over.
Oh, so it's not the last one. Isn't that what they're billing it as? The last one?
So this is this first phase is over. So some of the characters are going elsewhere. They're going to start introducing new characters. Some old characters you might be familiar with are not going to be making new films anymore. You know, first and foremost, because they're just getting older in real life. So, you know, you can't keep the same allure. Like with X-Men.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in his 60s being Iron Man.
I mean, that's why they ended like Logan, because he was, you know, because like fucking, what's his name? He ain't going to keep doing those films. He's just getting older. So, yeah, Patrick Stewart is, you know, he's basically a dead man walking at this point. So, so, you know, that first phase is done, and they're basically, in a way, starting over again. And they're just going to do the machine all over again with new movies. There can be some that are carry over, like your Black Panthers and what have you, but
I feel like it's like almost a soap opera, but in like movie style.
Yeah,
like it's every couple of years is a new Avengers movie.
Well, look at wrestling. That's a soap opera as far as I'm concerned. It's a soap opera that revolves around dudes and women beating each other up, and it's been going on for decades. So until people stop going to the movie theaters, well, stop having an interest in comics, because I mean there might be a point where theaters are not as popular, but that's another conversation. But
let's see: Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Jeremy Renner, Don Cheadle, Paul Rudd, the ageless Paul Rudd, Benedict Cumberbatch, Chadwick Boseman, Brie Larson's in it. Brie Larson is listed like fucking 13 deep.
Yeah, her movie just came out.
Tom Holland. There's a lot of people in this fucking.
There's a lot of rich people. That's a list of a lot of rich people.
Renee Russo's in.
Yeah, she's in Thor movies. Yeah, she's in the Thor films.
God damn. Yeah, this movie's just got every fucking actor in Hollywood in it.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman is in it.
Well, she was in the Thor films, so without giving anything away, they reference old films. But, you know, they redo the scenes. They don't, like, just play back old scenes. So, you know, they brought back characters.
Jon Favreau's in it.
Yep. He's an executive producer of this fucking thing.
Marissa Tomei's in it. Michael Douglas is in it. Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. William Hurt is in it.
These are all people in the Marvel comic universe that are in films.
So this is why the movies... I mean, Bradley Cooper's in it?
Well, he's the voice of Rocket of Guardians of the Galaxy. And your boy Vin Diesel.
Robert Redford's in it.
Vin Diesel.
Josh Brolin, Chris Pratt, Samuel L. Jackson. Wow, I can understand why. It has to make $2.2 billion in 11 days just to fucking pay all these people.
Well, a lot of these people only had like a line, mind you.
It doesn't matter. They're fucking, they're not, Samuel L. Jackson's not leaving his house to fucking record a couple of voiceovers.
It's true. I want to know how much Vin Diesel made in this movie, because he said 3 words.
Vin Diesel's in the movie?
Well, because he plays Groot.
Oh, I haven't even seen his name.
Yeah,
on
he gets a with credit with.
To be honest with you, he's not even listed.
Yeah.
I didn't see his name.
He still gets he gets on the credit. He's on the credits for sure.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's a massive film, and it was very enjoyable. And I will watch it again, because there's a lot. These films is a little Marvel, because everything's a reference. It's a reference to another film, another comic book character, some other film that's going to be coming out, a film that already happened. Everything. It's like all these movies are giant references, and that's part of the reason why they do so well, is because you're not just watching a one-off. You're watching something part of a bigger film. So people are like, oh, what did that mean? And what is that reference? And how is that connected to some other movie happening in 3 years from now?
Right, but that's like a soap opera style thing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Are you gonna go see it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I will watch it when it comes out on HBO, and I'm fucking, whatever. When I'm bored,
Yeah.
I'm not, the superhero shit doesn't. It's entertaining. Every time I've seen something that's been special effects or superhero-ish, yes, it is entertaining, but it is just the same as every other 100 fucking damn superhero movies I've watched.
Yeah. There is a basic pattern, if you will.
The Sundance Channel was running the old Supermans.
Oh.
The old one.
Sure.
The old one with Christopher Reeve. And I would watch those just for nostalgia purposes.
Right. Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But you asked me to watch fucking Batman or whatever the hell's out there. Right. I just won't do it because it's just, what's the difference between this and the other one? What's the difference between one Iron Man and the other one? I don't give a fuck. Don't care. Don't care. Guy flies around, saves some shit.
Rinse and repeat.
His gadgets, like the James Bond movies. I don't care. Yeah. You seen one, you seen them all.
True.
No matter if James Bond is different or not. Who gives a shit? I like movies with substance, things I don't, I'm not, privy to.
Like Debbie Does Dallas.
Debbie Does Dallas. There's fucking realism in there. Loads have to be blown. She has to make them happen.
Yes, Leroy, Michelle DePanny, and Lisa Bonet was not in Avengers Endgame. Much of the chagrin of you and myself, neither of them made the film, unfortunately. Their scenes were cut. But maybe in the director's cut, you'll be able to see their parts. One of the Olsens, one of the Olsens is in the films?
Which one?
Not the twins.
Not the fuckable one? Is that what you're going to say?
Not the twins. The other one. When they're three.
Oh. There's the three of them?
Am I confusing it? Yeah.
The only one I really care about are the twins, which, to be honest with you, this day and age, they both look like.
I'm terribly wrong. Mary Kate, Ozzy Olsen.
They both look like E.T.
Olsen and.
I just wonder if they both have red, lights on their end of their pointer fingers. That's what I want to know.
Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. That's
like Joey Olsen to you.
That's like Frank Stallone.
You're right. Nice. Excellent play.
No idea who that is. Yeah, $2.2 billion internationally in 11 days. There you go. Happy, congratulations to you fucking Avengers.
That sounds like how much Kieran makes on this show.
Fucking A, I tell you that. Negative $2.2 billion every time I broadcast. I'm in debt. Holy shit.
Was Gilbert Gottfried in it? No, he was not.
Gilbert Gottfried was not in the movie? No.
Sadly, no.
By the way, my Sunday was spent wondering why I don't have cable.
What? Why? What happened?
I have DirecTV cable.
Oh, great. Well, right there's your problem. No,
it's not. I love DirecTV. They're great. And actually, I had 2 DirecTV guys here today.
Oh, boy.
In the
so Kieran likes to call it a dream.
Yeah. And I was like, which one of you sucking my dick first? You want to watch some HBO as this happens?
I got your coaxial cable right here.
Absolutely. Plug this in. Well, apparently I don't have cable. I haven't had cable for 5 days.
What?
5 days. And it's not because I haven't paid my bill. I pay my bill early all the time.
How are we doing this right now?
What? No, I'm on internet. But I have internet through another company. It's all fine.
Okay.
I have internet through a great, awful fucking AIDS of a company called CenturyLink.
Wow.
CenturyLink, right?
This is Arizona right here.
CenturyLink is so bad. It sold me a DirecTV cable pack. That's how bad CenturyLink is. That's like a representative for Coke calling me and going, "How about you try Pepsi?"
Yeah, listen.
So much better. Yeah. Right. But here's the thing. There's a box apparently on my building, outside of my building, that is owned by CenturyLink.
Okay.
And somebody went into that box and just disconnected my cable and then put a padlock on the box.
It was probably your neighbors upstairs.
So because of like the place I live in has a contract with CenturyLink, and there's no CenturyLink fucking employee, I don't think, in the state of Arizona. That shit cannot be touched by a DirecTV guy.
Of course.
So I have to get a CenturyLink guy to unlock. It's literally a master lock, and the guy's got to stick a key in it and unplug it, and then the dude's got to go, and then my cable's back. But I've had 3 different DirecTV guys here today going, can I please get somebody who has a key to the fucking man? And they're like, well, can't help you, bro. I literally had the lady from the office, like the management of the property here.
Yeah.
Literally in heels. She was in heels in a gravel pit, opening up the box, trying out keys in the mask lock so I could get my cable.
Shit. What a fucking joke.
I was staring at her ass too.
Oh, good for you.
You know.
Oh yeah. I'm paying for this.
CenturyLink doesn't CenturyLink sponsor a stadium somewhere?
I'm sure they do.
It's probably where the fucking Mets play.
No, it's not where the Mets play.
CenturyLink is the worst company in the fucking world. Even worse than the Sprint. Even worse than Sprint.
That's crazy.
Yeah. CenturyLink is the worst. I used to have cable through CenturyLink, and it literally took me 2 days to switch from ESPN to CNN. It would do like the rendering thing, like it's loading. It's the worst.
Like a JPEG when we dial-up modems, you get like line by line.
Well, yeah, like I said, they're so bad. They sold me a cable package from another company. Yes. They're like, we're in the cable business, but our cable sucks. So how about you try DirecTV?
CenturyLink does have a
DirecTV.
And what?
But then I tried DirecTV, and it's great. But you guys lock me out of the box. Like they don't give access to DirecTV if there's a problem.
Right.
Like there's a problem on site. DirecTV can't do shit about it because they put locks on the boxes that have the cable in. Like, what is going on at CenturyLink? There's no linkage going. Like, there's a thought and doesn't connect to the other. There's no linking. CenturyLink stinks. They can't link 2 thoughts. They're like, you know what? We're not selling these cable packages anymore, so maybe we should just take that control box and transfer it over to maybe DirecTV.
Well, no.
That might be a good idea.
I feel like CenturyLink owns the lines and DirecTV leases them out. And it's all business bullshit.
Because I don't have my fucking cable and I can't watch my Billions, and I got to know what's going on with Axe Capital and the Tyler Mason fucking company. They're at war, and if I can't watch Showtime tonight, I don't know what happens next.
Wait, you're not watching Game of Thrones?
Game of fucking bullshit. Billions on HBO is the way to go. It's the only network. It's the only highly rated fucking cable show that features the head character is a ginger.
Oh, good for you.
Captivating.
Good for you.
That's what I'm saying. It's captivating. It's all about people with a lot of money and spending a lot of money. It's Billions. I gotta watch Billions. Can't watch Billions because CenturyLink locks the box that DirecTV needs to fucking get into to help people get their cable. To be honest with you, my whole entire building is cut out. Like everybody that lives in this, they don't.
Everyone's connected at one cable.
It's one cable.
One like stupid Radio Shack AV cable that's just like unplugged.
Yeah, this is the big fucking splitter.
Right,
and it just goes to everybody.
Just like a 500 splitter.
My internet's so bogged down; it's split through like 400 different apartment complexes.
By the way, CenturyLink Field is a multi-purpose stadium located in Seattle, Washington. It is home field for the Seattle Seahawks of the National Football League and the Seattle Sounders Major League Soccer team.
I'm surprised they have fucking electricity there. I guarantee they don't have cable in that fucking stadium.
If they do, it's under a locked box.
I guarantee you somebody in that stadium had to call CenturyLink and go, hey, man, cable's out. and the guy's like, your name is on this place. and the guy's like, I don't know. What did we sell you a DirecTV package? Because it might be a box on the outside of CenturyLink Stadium that we have a lock on and DirecTV can't get into it.
Although it'd be funny if CenturyLink Stadium has fucking Fios. Like they're like, we need good internet here.
Verizon Fios is the best cable out there, but it's not available nationally. It's only in New York.
It's only in normal populated cities.
New York is not normal populated. It's got 8 billion people on
Actually,
a fucking
New York City,
island.
I think they had to stop it. I don't think it's everywhere. There's a limitation. I have it though, FYI.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I've been dealing with all day.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. It just sucks. I was like, I'm using my app to watch like Yankee games and crap. Like literally don't have, like some dude was just like, disconnect this one and then let's put a lock here. Like they just, it's a wire and it has I've seen it, like it has the number of the apartment next to it and it has it's disconnected. Who did that?
Wait, you can see like it's a clear box?
Oh, I went to another building. There's another building next to me that has the same type of box, yet there's no lock on it. The lock was left on top of the box. So I took the facing off of it to see what was in there. I just wanted to see what was in there. And you can see the coax cables and they're all plugged in together, you know, apartment this one, apartment 2-5, you know, they're all plugged in, you know. So I'd imagine mine's, you know, apartment blah, blah, blah. And it's plugged in. I mean, it's attached.
Wow.
All the guy has to do is come here and connect that, and I got my cable back. Somebody disconnected it and then locked the box.
So where they leave off with you? Who's gonna have the key?
I don't know. Apparently, I got to go to work. Obviously, I work the whole week, so I have to call a CenturyLink person, have them come here, unlock the box, while simultaneously getting a DirecTV guy here. So once that guy unlocks the box to connect the cable, and then the CenturyLink guy has to fucking close the box and lock it, and then I get my cable back. I did that simultaneously while still going to work and all that stuff. So it's never going to happen. I won't have cable till next week. And I'm going to, yeah, it sucks. It just sucks.
I would go to Home Depot and just get some big bolt cutters.
But you know, I was telling the management here, I was like, I'm just going to get some bolt cutters. I'm going to cut this motherfucker. I'm going to I'm going to restore the cable for the fucking building.
You're going to be the superhero of that.
I'm going to be Avengers Endgame. I'm going to be fucking Iron Man. I'm going to fucking cut the iron gun. Yeah. I'm going to start shooting this fucking thing with a gun. None of us have cable for no reason. You know?
You shouldn't be paying for it. You better.
Be honest, somebody's got to give me money back.
That's right.
Who do I call? CenturyLink's not going to give me money back. They don't have any money. CenturyLink is literally probably on the donation tip right now. They probably are. They're on Patreon trying to get donations for their company.
Karen, you should not be paying for your cable right now.
No, I'm not. But it's not DirecTV's fault. It's CenturyLink's fault.
Because they just own the box.
They locked the box by accident. So it's some fucking schmuck who's making $11.50 an hour who's like, nah, lock. And he just locked it for no reason.
I like how the other box is just unlocked and the lock is on top of the box.
Yes. I literally could have just connected the whole
You should have had a spike. Like, you know what? You guys suffer too. Clip, 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 clip.
Right.
That's terrible. Only you, Kieran. Only you.
First it was Sprint on Kieran's rant, and now it's CenturyLink. Oh yeah, absolutely. Fuck all of them, dude. I just want to watch my bill. I watched 2 shows. I had Billions and ESPN. That's all I need. And Don Lemon on fucking CNN. Because that guy's fucking dreamy.
Why are you watching Don Lemon? What is he? You're not into Mr. Koopa anymore?
It's gay followed by gayer.
Tonight on CNN.
Gay and then gayer. By the way, I was reading up on Woodstock.
Oh, you were reading? Good for you.
Chris Italia was supposed to give us potential stage tickets.
That's right. Yes, Woodstock. I do recall.
We gave him the homework project, right, Ron?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Woodstock 50 has a 50-50 chance of happening.
What?
Apparently there was this big investment firm that was, pumping in like 30 mil for the festival. And they were just like, nah.
Right.
And they pulled that 30 mil. And that same investment company was also paying some of the acts that were, scheduled to appear at the festival. Like it could be like, we don't know who those acts are. It could be Jay-Z, it could be some of the headliners. So this investment company was paying them. So it assumes if they pulled their money out that some of those acts won't be playing. and also the Woodstock 50 is having trouble getting permits for the facility. They're saying some of the main permit for the event to happen might not be issued till like 4 days prior to the event happening, and they still haven't sold any tickets.
It ain't gonna happen
to the thing. So it's probably less than 50 to 50, but they were supposed to get a permit for like 100,000 people at Watkins Glen.
It's too much
in New York.
Festivals are completely different now. I feel like the Fire Festival, as much of a shit show that was, I think it also, shined a light on how much goes into these things.
Right.
But it also, I feel like the Fire Festival gave a lot of people like, oh, I can do a festival. And there was a festival over this weekend, actually, that I'm familiar with. But out of respect of the product, I will not mention it. But it was a bit of a shit show. And I think they got a little too ahead of themselves. And, I feel like, I don't know. Listen, I don't know the true story, but I feel like people there's an opportunity to make some money and they don't think things through a lot. There's insurance issues. There's a lot of liabilities. You got to think about plan B, C, D through Z of situations. And I don't know. I feel like people are just tossing money around. They look at quick bucks and not the big picture. But Woodstock is not on that level. I'm talking about like the low level people, like startups doing these festivals and shit. The Woodstock people look at things like Fire Festival in the other way, be like, fuck, man, if we are not crossing every T, dotting every I precisely, this thing is going to blow up in our face and we'll never have an opportunity to do something like this again. Because especially with their past issues, I believe with like the Limp Bizkit days, I think that left a black mark on what Woodstock stood for. And they still
Woodstock
think about
99, the one with the fires and the rapes.
Exactly. Yeah, really. Exactly. So I still think that's in their back of their head.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was over the weekend because I did not have cable. I had to go on like an endless you go on YouTube and you watch one video and it just, you're just traveling through streets of YouTube I ended up like watching old school Woodstock 99 footage of
I'm feeling those lighters.
Yeah, no, like Korn and fucking Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock and whoever else fucking played. And the enormity of that fucking crowd. I would literally not I was watching it for the like when the band would come out and start their new song, like start their first song, and I wanted to see the crowd. The crowd is like just like a fucking wave. So many people, and then it was funny. I saw that Be Real, the guy from Cypress Hill, was on Joe Rogan, and I popped on the Be Real interview on Joe Rogan. And as soon as I popped it on, I just hit the scan button because Joe, it's 3 hours long. I just scanned through it to find something like deep into the show. And where I scanned to was right when Be Real was talking about playing Woodstock 1994 in front of 380,000 people. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that happening in this day and age? 300. How do you play in front of 380,000 people?
That's those like international shows. Dude, those international festivals, that's normal, man.
That was in New York.
No, I understand. But these acts, they do those international shows and they're not playing venues, in like fucking Brazil and shit. They're just playing one-off shows to that number of people. And that's commonplace outside the United States has all these fucking venues and clubs and whatnot. So they do, that's why these tours do, and everyone's got money here, out in Brazil and whatnot, and Latin America, and over in Europe and stuff, where they just play these giant shows. It's they're cheaper tickets, and they just cram hundreds of thousands of people, literally, into these fields. So it's
they were saying actually when B Real was talking about that on the Rogan podcast, he was saying, I guess, what is it, Rogan's producer Jamie, he was saying there was like 164,000 tickets sold, but there was 500,000 people there. Like they just bum rushed everything. I'm sure. As the event was going on, people just bum rushed the ticket area and just barreled their way through.
You're fucking spectacles.
That's crazy though. 380,000 people. I wouldn't want to be in a wouldn't want to be in a concentrated location where there is that many people.
I don't get, like, what about the people in the back? What are they seeing? They're just looking.
What are they doing? Yeah. What are you hearing?
You're hearing what it sounds like a minute later because the sound can't travel fast enough.
Yeah. What are you hearing? And I mean, how do you, like, if you gotta pee, you gotta shit, what happens? Like, if you're up front, what happens if you gotta, you have to just pee on the person.
You gotta bring those,
and they probably won't even notice.
No.
Can you imagine? I can't imagine. Imagine if you're at Woodstock, Rock, and you're in that, but you're 50 people back.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm done. I want to go home now.
You're in it.
Can't.
You're in it.
Stuck. And then I was watching, or actually,
but wait, Kieran, even when it's over, you're not just like walking out immediately. Like, you're gonna wait. It's not just, it's not like everyone just disperses. It's like waves of people over time. It probably takes you an hour to get out of there.
How do you get out? How does that clear out? Like, when the concert's over, how does that clear out? And where do all those people go?
The logistics are just terrible.
They're drunk, high, tired, dehydrated, probably feces are just everywhere. Like, what's happening?
So you're not going to a festival anytime soon?
I am not. I am not. No, never. That's why when I asked Chris Natalia, possibly because he knows promoters or whatever, I was like, we have to be on stage. We have to be on stage on the side. We cannot be with the riffraff. I've lived too long of a life to be in the mosh pit. I can't.
Absorbed by the pit and never come out.
I will die. That's how I will go out.
You just see his hand as it slowly just seeps into the crowd mass and he's gone.
I do not want my life to end listening to a Miley Cyrus set. I literally,
that's how Kieran dies to Miley Cyrus.
When Wrecking Ball comes on, somehow a mosh pit's gonna kick on and I'm gonna get punched in the face, then stomped on my balls, and that's how I die. In Watkins Glen in a muddy fucking shitty death.
Yeah, no, that's
listening to Miley Cyrus. No, I want to be on the side of the stage with Rock.
Well, it's not happening, that's for sure.
No. Well, you know what? We can show up, Rock.
Oh, we can just be there.
I'll fly out. We'll just drive up there and go, where's everybody?
We can do our podcast on the stage.
Right. That'll be the new Woodstock 50 years. Yeah. So talk about mosh pits and large crowds to nobody.
Team Left Jab saying Offspring was awesome at the 99 Woodstock. Wait, so it was a 94 Woodstock, there was a 99 Woodstock, and then those were the two. Was that it?
What was Limp Bizkit? 94. 94 was the better of the recent Woodstocks because it had Green Day was 94, Nine Inch Nails was 94. You name it. Everybody was a giant.
Yeah.
In 94. And also the same thing, but it was the rap rock era in 99.
99 was the rap. 99 was the bad year, yeah. That was the Pepsi sponsored one, right?
It was the bad year where, I think, who was it? The Red Hot Chili Peppers ended the whole thing and there was fires happening. But, if you watch the headliners, Saturday and Sunday or Friday and Saturday, it's pretty much the same shit.
Yeah.
Other than Gavin Rossdale being shirtless singing fucking Glycerine. Like I was dreamy as fuck. Why was it every time he sang that song, it was raining? Every time I saw that guy perform that song, it was raining. Fucking pulling a little trickery on me? Or is he just that dreamy? He can make the clouds rain.
Yeah, who else? I feel like 94. Yeah, 94 had a more eclectic.
94. It was more variety of artists.
It was more Woodstocky. Yeah, Joe Cocker, Blind Melon, Cypress Hill, Rollins Band, Melissa Etheridge, Crosby, Stills, Nash. Nine Inch Nails, Metallica, who else? D-Light performed.
Fucking D-Light, remember that?
Absolutely. Groove is in the heart. Jackal performed. Who else?
Really? They played the whole movie?
Yes! Bringing it back. References, people. References.
Woodstock. 99 Woodstock lineup. Is that what I'm
No, 94. I'm looking at 94. The Cranberries. Primus was there.
Primus. That's a great fucking band right there.
I mean, think about it. You have Primus and Salt and Pepper on the same show. So that's Woodstock.
Yeah.
That's Woodstock. So then you go to Woodstock 99.
I'm looking it up now.
Insane Clown Posse.
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Let's see. They had multiple stages here.
Yeah. This is the Pepsi sponsor, right?
Actually, no, who's Josh? Is this really right?
What?
I don't even know. Spitfire, James Brown.
James Brown performed.
James Brown performed.
Yeah, apparently.
Sheryl Crow, DMX, Bush, Korn, The Offspring, live. I didn't remember seeing live. Let's see, Sugar Daddy, Sticky Pistol.
It's funny. Megadeth and
Ben
Metallica
Lee.
were there. Jesus Christ.
Metallica was there. That's right.
Rage Against the Machine.
NWA played. Everclear, Bruce Hornsby, Spitfire,
Seven
The
Dust.
Tragically Hip, Kid Rock, Wyclef Jean, Snooze Fest, Dave Matthews Band. Boring.
Watch
more
what you say.
By the way, let me ask you this question. Team Left Jab, everybody in the chat room. Would you get a blowy from Alanis Morissette based on the teeth?
Why not? What do you mean? What's wrong with the teeth? Have you seen her lately? You haven't
She
seen
look
her
good?
lately. Yeah, she looks great.
Last time I saw her, she was doing that video, Thank You, India. And I was like, hello.
Oh,
Send
wait
her
a
back.
minute. Leroy Jenkins saying Roxanne Shante played in 94. Is that true? He better not be lying to me.
No way. Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine in 99,
Blew
Metallica,
by that.
Young and Fabulous, Full Devil Jacket. That was the name of a band.
They had a lot of heavy acts in 99. They cannot deny
Fatboy
that.
Slim, Seven Dust, Our Lady Peace. Wow. Megadeth, Godsmack, Everlast played, Elvis Costello. Be honest with you, I don't know, man. Now I'm reading the names. I feel like
Yeah, but there was a lot of heavy acts in 99.
they were both,
And they played them
yeah,
together.
well, the music was different.
Yeah, well, no, I understand. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. It doesn't take a genius to realize like maybe we just have like one or two acts tops.
Here's emerging artist stage. Let's see if anybody sticks out. Muse played the emerging artist stage at Woodstock 1999.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
That's a fun fact.
That's the only one I recognize. That is.
Let me see. What are you looking at? Where is this?
Stormy Mondays. Oh boy.
Oh, is this?
That
Are you on
was probably a real
Wikipedia?
treat. Go to emerging artists. Yeah.
I'm trying to see who else is on here.
Alanis Road Broadway show coming out or
Emerging
something.
artists.
Heard it's called Jagged Little Pill.
Fatboy
That's
Slim was on the emergency artist stage.
Really?
Yeah.
I love watching that old footage though of like giant concerts. You know, like when the crowd's just ridiculously large.
Yeah. Moby.
Something
Moby
about-
was on the emerging artist too.
Moby.
Moby.
There was an article on like fucking the New York Times the other day about how Moby had a drug addiction. I just couldn't bring myself to read it. I was like, I don't care, Moby. You're probably even boring on drugs.
Oh, Creed performed too. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Creed before. Oh God, I remember that.
So
Yep.
I guess it goes from left to right. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. So I guess right being the final bands. You got Red Hot Chili Peppers, Megadeth, Godsmack, Rage Against the Machine, Limp Bizkit, Metallica. I mean, they were setting themselves up for disaster. I mean, if you don't realize like what that's, I get it. Limp Bizkit was huge. I get it, but you're putting those three bands like that's a lot of anger for
There's a lot of anger in that music in 99. 99 had a lot. But then again, if you remember the Nine Inch Nails set from 1994, the entire stage was covered in mud.
Right.
And same thing with Green Day.
Yeah, that's true.
They were the crowd was throwing mud at them.
A lot of rain.
Everything was mud.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad for the next artist that had to follow them because the whole stage is covered in mud. I don't even know how Nine Inch Nails played the instruments and not like set themselves on fire or electrocuted themselves. It's insane.
DMX was
Our buddy
there.
Richard Patrick was probably on that stage playing a guitar with covered in mud.
Oh, right. 94. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
DMX performed there.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of that last night on YouTube.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't bring myself. He was wearing like a giant red onesie. I was just like, I'm done.
What is he? Was he pulling Eddie Murphy Raw?
He's like, where are my dogs at? There's 100,000 fucking people in front of you. They're all right. They're all right here, DMX.
Cool Teacher says Alanis wrote a Broadway show coming out. Heard it's called Jagged Little Pill. Oh, that makes perfect sense.
I hope she swallows it. You know?
What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
By the way, Team Left Jab checking in. I would say a younger Alanis. Would you take a 1994 Blowy from a younger Alanis? But you gotta factor in the old. The one thing you don't want to have happen when you get in a Blowy is the raking. There's no raking happening.
Well, have you seen a recent picture of her? I don't think you've seen a recent picture.
I feel like she can't prevent the raking from happening. The raking, Rock. You know what's happening. It's happened to every guy who's got enough blowies in his lifetime. A raking has happened, and once a raking happens, you don't want it ever to happen again.
Kieran's always afraid of getting raked.
Yeah, I hate getting raked. I'm always getting raked by companies.
He doesn't want to get raked by Alanis.
The Skype working. Wasn't working on the Friday show, but it is working tonight. 718-690-9290. If you have any concert stories, I'd like to hear
concert
those.
Stories are always great.
But when Be Real talked about playing in front of 380,000, I don't know. The question I wanted to get back to when we went into something else. What do you think that feels like to an artist walking out on stage and there's 380,000 people waiting for you to fucking do something? Like, what do you think that feels like? I get the adrenaline is going like a bat out of hell, but what does that feel like? That's got to be the high of 380,000 people waiting for you to perform. And then when you do perform and they're liking it, that has got to be the ultimate feeling in life. I got to imagine this can't be anything. I mean, maybe then having like a birth of your child or, falling in love, I guess would be the equivalent, but I mean, that's insane.
No, it can't get any better. It can't get any better. There is something though about it that, you lose that intimacy, that there's something, electric, for lack of a better word, that, being in a club atmosphere, because, you can only see so far when the lights can only go so far. And it's just a sea of people, and it almost becomes. Listen, I've never been there, but you've seen enough footage, and it just becomes blurry. It just kind of like fades out. So there's no sense of enclosure.
Your horizon is like people,
right. So there's no like enclosure. You're not like with, like comedians, like like the small clubs and that interaction and that close. I'm sure there's a sense with musicians feel the same way. And again, this is nothing against. Probably nothing gets better, or you don't feel like you've reached a higher mountain than when you've playing in front of that amount of people. But there is something to be said of your traditional club venue atmosphere that, it just adds to that adrenaline. I feel like when you're doing that show, it's like, holy shit, this is it, man. Like, we made it. This is everything. And you're going a bazillion miles an hour. The adrenaline's flowing. I can't imagine anything like that. I mean, that's got to be insane. To be in the,
if there was like a cable or like a channel on cable that was dedicated to playing fucking those types of concerts, I would watch the balls at it all the time. I love watching that shit. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch on TV. I don't want to be there, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah. MTV Live does stuff like that.
It's interesting to watch a band handle a giant crowd like that. And perform in front of a giant crowd like that. It's I don't know, something about it. It's like, I don't know, it's exciting to me. I don't know why. I always go back to that, watching those Woodstock footage shit, because it's just it's rare to see something like that.
Yeah, MTV Live, that's a channel that shows stuff like that, but I don't know if you get that.
I don't want to watch some DJ just playing.
No. They just show live performances. Like full shows too.
Yeah, so Madonna's going on tour. Madame X is the tour. So
did you see her billboard?
Does she have a billboard?
No, did you see her on the Billboard Music Awards?
Oh no, I didn't. I only watched Cardi B in her one Instagram because that's all I saw. The billboard post. I don't care. I don't watch any of that shit. I can't bring myself to do it. Why? What happened? Did she break a leg?
Yeah, I mean, she performed like with these like hologram-ish kind of things. It was kind of bizarre, but she's got to stop. Like, I don't know what she's doing. Do we need a 60-year-old Madonna still fucking? Don't.
She's not the material girl anymore.
No, she's definitely not.
She's not bangable.
Aw.
I probably would bang her though. To be honest with you, if she walked in my apartment and was like, I'd be scared. Would you be scared to be banging a 60-year-old?
Scared?
There's the thing.
Why,
like,
you afraid you're gonna kill her? Listen, Karen, you such a
right. What if I put it to her, and it's like, way better than Sean Penn ever did, and Dennis. I'm never gonna top Dennis Rodman,
no.
but whoever else, Alex Rodriguez, whoever the fuck she's banged in her life, she's probably banged some epic fucking popular dick in her life. Antonio Sabato Jr. Somebody, but if I'm the guy that kills her with my penis, I'm afraid I can't bang a 60-year-old unless I'm 60. That's the thing. I think it's yeah. Because I feel like it would be murder at 43 years old banging a 60-year-old.
Assault with a deadly weapon, Kieran.
Right. How'd it go? Tore the pussy up.
Yes.
Oh no, fuck.
I know, but I got it.
How'd it go? I killed her. Oh, tore the pussy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no. You know what? I'm on the fence about that banging 60-year-old Madonna. It's something you could tell at a bar. Certainly I can get a podcast or two out of it.
If you would be in the same room with her alone, it would be pretty amazing, I would think.
Can you imagine Madonna in my apartment with no DirecTV?
With her fake accent.
Yeah. Giving the old Reiki blowy to me. Singing Alanis Morissette tunes.
Would you play?
This is ironic. I just did a podcast about this. Wow, my joke was so layered. Pat myself on the back for that one.
Would you play any of her music if she was over? Would that be appropriate?
Oh yeah, no. She had one album that was really sexy. What was that one? It was called like Finger Banger or something like that.
It's interesting.
What was it called? The one where she's like,
sure they sold that at Walmart.
My love.
Oh right.
Yeah, what was that? What was that?
Just
look that up, Rock. What was it?
Justify my love.
Like consummate my love.
Justify my love.
Justify my love. Yeah. Yeah. I'll play a little Justify My Love, getting a little fucking 60-year-old vagina.
What is that album? Hey, did you know that Lenny Kravitz was
Team Left Jab checking in? I'll take one from Alanis Morissette now too. I looked her up. Not bad for 44. Just slightly thicker.
That's a compliment.
I gotta look up an old Alanis Morissette.
Lenny Kravitz was the songwriter on that song, Justify My Love. Did not know that.
It's not much of the song. It just says Justify My Love. That's all it is. It's less than a fucking tweet. How do you get credit for that? How do you get?
It's less than a tweet.
Yeah. How do you get writing credit?
What album was this on? Oh, Immaculate Collection.
You know what? I'm totally taking a blow from Alanis Morissette. I think at 44 she's
the Immaculate Collection.
I always had a thing for Alanis Morissette. I always had a thing for Alanis. She's quite thick though. I think she would be great in bed. Oh boy, here's a bad picture though.
Wait, did she release that song on a best of album? That's weird.
Alanis Morris, the whole set. There's some joke in there. I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it.
Whole set of teeth. Yeah.
Alanis lose the set of teeth, then yes. What do you think, Rock?
She seems nice.
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing.
I feel like Madonna, 6-year-old Madonna would control you. I feel like you'd be the submissive in that.
Like, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. Rodman did it so much better when he played for the Bulls. Shut up. Shut up. You're lucky you're getting laid, Madonna. Aww. Justify my dick in your mouth.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
My life has really gone downhill blowing podcasters. And not even a good one. This ain't you aren't the guy from Nerdist. I don't even know what that is. That a podcast?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
I guess. I think so.
God. Pregnant Alanis Morissette BJ coming in from Team Left Jam. Now that's something.
That's a specific porn right there. How old is Alanis Morissette now?
Is she playing a ukulele?
Oh, good question.
Pregnant Alanis Morissette playing a ukulele, blowing.
That's a very particular.
I have fetishes, Rock. They need to be met.
How old is she now? She is
44, she says.
Oh, 44.
Team Left Jab's at 44.
That is accurate, yeah. She's got 2 kids.
Right. She's got monstrous teeth. Damn shame. Those things are like fucking garage doors. Those 2 front teeth, like garage doors. They should have those windows that garage doors have.
That'd be nice.
At the top.
That'd be helpful.
You can almost look in them to see what's inside the mouth.
What are you trying to say? When she opens her mouth, it sounds like...
Literally, on the side of her cheek, she should have 2 of those buttons that never work when you push them.
She doesn't have big teeth. That's the worst part about this.
Wait. If you push those buttons, does a light turn on inside of her mouth? And then
there you go.
Where are we going? Thank God we don't get high to do this show.
Yeah, really.
Isn't this us sober?
We'll be talking about teeth for 2 hours.
All right, I'm going to take a short break and we'll come back, regroup right after this. More LunaticRadio.com show. Stick around. 2-minute break. Here we go.
You know, the one thing that would make this better? A really big hit of window pane acid.
Lunatic Radio. Don't be unsociable.
I don't know him. Who the hell am I sitting next to?
Lunatic Radio's on Facebook.
Oh, they all just go there?
Everybody.
Yeah. Are we on there, Ron?
Facebook.com/LunaticRadio.
Take a moment and follow them now.
I hate them.
Before Kieran has another international incident.
What do you like? Tits.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
Anna says a friend. Yes, we like that. I like you, you like me. We can have a ham sandwich together. It's called the friendship on the Facebook.
Facebook.com/Lunatic Radio.
If you are a proud supporter of LunaticRadio.com show and you like to see this show flourish or just Rock and I become alcoholics, you can donate to the LunaticRadio.com show by simply going on our website, Rocket Fire Away.
Yes, absolutely. Donations. Go to the website on LunaticRadio.com and select from one of the options, either a recurring amount or simply just give whatever you feel. Anything and everything is appreciated and helps pay for any of the expenses for the show and helps us keep going and, not have to dig out of our pockets. And we appreciate, again, anything you can give.
Right. So give a shit and give us a donation.
Well, give money. Don't give a shit.
Oh, right. I can go on about that one. So log on to the LunaticRadio.com website. If you would be so kind and give us a donation, it would be great.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes.
From the LunaticRadio.com show.
Now back to Kieran and Rock. They may suck. That is all.
A lot of fans. That's why the people got my back like the Verizon man.
What up, everybody? LR Show, hanging out with you, Kieran Rock. At Lunatic Radio and all the social medias, Instagram, Twitter. If you'd like to donate to the LunaticRadio.com show, www.lunaticradio.com. Bottom right corner of our website. Click the donate button. A buddy of mine asked me to promote his wife's Instagram model page.
What?
Ling Keo. At Ling Keo. Yes, it's an odd thing for me to promote, but I am going to do it. At Ling Keo, because the guy's a great guy. He's a hard worker, and I am going to promote this.
Okay.
At Ling Keo. LINGKEOGH. It is his wife, and she is topless and her butt showing. She's very pretty. And I will say he outkicked his punk coverage. I would say that.
Okay.
I'm done. But Rock's there you go. Rock, you're on the air now.
Oh, thanks.
At Ling Keo is the Instagram page. You all need to follow it up. Follow it up, people. She's trying to get a apparently a modeling career happening.
Oh, okay.
At Ling Keo. I'm gonna follow it. I should follow it. Is that weird?
No, you can follow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow it. I tell you what, she's got great boobs. Great boobs. She's very pretty. You know what? She reminds me of one of my I have another friend who has a wife who looks exactly like Ling Keo.
Okay.
At Ling Keo on Instagram, and I will not say that because he's a cop and he'll shoot me. But
okay.
I have two friends who have similar looking wives. At Link Keo. There you go. Look it up, bro. Give it a follow. Give it a follow. Everybody give it a follow.
Great.
At Link Keo. I'm gonna follow it. I gotta find it on my phone.
By the way, my camera changed because as great as it is, it has a battery that I didn't prepare for because
that usually happens with Chris Italia with his laptop. It just shuts off mid-show, and they're like, "Oh, I guess the show's over."
I think that's him saying, "Gotta go."
Very prepared, Rock sent me something during the week.
Did?
Apparently, The Simpsons has stole something from us. You really want to go with this?
I just did it as a goof to you. I never think about these things that Kieran would be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this on the show." But it's like I just
don't ever send something to me if you don't want me to play it on the show.
Not
because I watched it and I was like, "This ain't shit, bro."
Oh, you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. I got a kick out of it.
All right, I'll play it. Here's from the Simpsons, and apparently Rock claims that this is the Simpsons stealing from the Lunatic Radio show. I have no idea why, but here we go.
Thank God, thank God. Your daughter's fine, but I recommend a 5-day stay.
Of course. We'll take out a third mortgage.
Sir, you're in Canada now, where your healthcare is free!
Free healthcare. Why can't America do that?
She's delirious, Doc. America can't pay for healthcare and give corporations the tax breaks they so desperately need.
I'm not delirious. In fact, I've never felt more protected. Not like back home.
Oh, hang on. Did you just say you don't feel safe in your home country?
Why should she feel safe? In America, the great Alberto roams the streets.
So let me get this straight. You're afraid of America. Is that right, young lady?
Well, there's voter suppression and utter disregard for the environment. A president who is such a son of a...
Oh, save that language for the lower 48.
No, I'm telling you, our president really is a god.
Shush! We know. Lisa, as you're clearly a victim of political persecution who fears for her life, I must keep you in Canada where you'll be safe and assigned your own hockey team.
Please not Ottawa. Please not Ottawa.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
All right, Rock.
You didn't. It's Ottawa. It was an Ottawa joke.
How long did it take us to get to the Ottawa?
Oh, it was a while. It was a while.
It was a really long time.
It was a long time.
And how I was playing that clip, and I imagine the people listening to the show would be like, "Wow, they must have been talking about, the reforms in the." They did a whole bit about whatever happening in the United States that was mentioned throughout the Simpsons clip right here. Everything, all that information given out in the Simpsons clip, not just a little mention of Ottawa, the city of Ottawa, Canada, at the end, which is literally right before they run the stinger of the music.
So let me get this straight. You knew this.
You watched that whole clip. Hold on, let me ask you. You watched that whole clip.
Yes.
And you're like, "Oh, they said Ottawa. Hold on a second. That means they're stealing."
Yes. That is accurate.
So this could have been an hour clip, and then the word Ottawa comes out, and it's just
please not Ottawa, please not Ottawa.
Minute 58.
Please not Ottawa, please not Ottawa.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
And then you're just gonna email me, Simpsons stole from us. Watch this entire hour of fucking footage.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Essentially, yes. That's how I kind of broke it down. I figured, yeah.
Right. Well, to put some context to it, Rock and I, way back when, did a whole fucking show about how Ottawa's not important, and people don't like the city of Ottawa, kind of boring, and this is not the Simpsons stealing from us.
Oh no!
They don't.
No.
Oh. I think a lot of people out there have realized that the city of Ottawa, Canada,
because of us,
it isn't. It is. Well, you can. Go ahead and jump on that one, Rock. It literally isn't the hotbed of activity
because of us.
I think if you live in the city of Ottawa, you know that. They don't need us to tell us. Tell them that. It's not a very happening place. Rock.
See, my logic is anytime someone says something that we've said on the show, I just assume they stole it from us. because I want to make Kieran feel good. So if I tell him he's stolen,
jerking off.
What?
Apparently, I invented jerking off. So anytime somebody, go ahead.
You didn't invent it,
say?
but you mastered it.
Jerking off.
You've honed it into a craft.
The only thing I'm really an expert at 43 years on this fucking earth is masturbating to a point where I actually enjoy it.
You've whittled that dick like nobody's business.
Trust me, there's a lot of things you can fuck in this world, and I figured it out.
Good for you, Kieran. I sent him these
TJ Maxx socks were such a great alternative
and affordable, very frugal.
Did you watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony in HBO, Rock? By any chance?
No, I did not.
Have you noticed that Robert Smith of The Cure looks like every member of The View? Have you noticed that?
I know that's pretty impressive.
Have you noticed, and I'm sure this is a bit that people have done before. I don't know if it is, but have you know what is with, like, if you have a look when you're a rock and roll guy as a younger person, like you come out on, like, for example, one would be Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson, when he was younger, he would have a look. Like, he'd come out and he'd have the face paint on. He'd wear like he would literally wear like a bustier and all this stuff. Right? But if Marilyn Manson, now that he's like 50-something years old, comes out and he's wearing the same look, he looked kind of like he almost looks like an old lady wearing that. If you're fat, like Robert Smith looks like a fat old lady. That's what I'm getting. He looks like a lady.
Right.
Like almost.
Yeah, no, I get
Ozzy
that.
Osbourne was another one that kind of looked like an old lady. Like rockers, I feel like when they try to maintain some sort of semblance of their look during their heyday, try to hang on to that look and then perform at an older age in their 60s, they start looking like they look like women.
I what comes to mind, I just can't remember his name. Karma Chameleon.
Oh yeah. Fucking I thought he was a woman back in his heyday though.
What the hell's his name? Boy George. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the guy from Def Leppard. He was on
the one with one arm? The drummer?
No, the one with three.
Three?
That'd be weird, right? If you had a drummer with one arm, but then there was a guitarist with three. That guy too.
I got it. Yeah, you would hate him.
Hey, can you lend me a hand?
I get it.
Yeah, that's how bad Def Leppard is, by the way. You can get away with a drummer with one arm.
That was borderline pot talk right there. Imagine, Def Leppard generally has one hand, but the guitarist has three.
Yeah, no. Actually, the Def Leppard was on the HBO Hall of Fame, and they were like the big act.
Oh, right.
The big one where they played out and all that stuff. And the guitar, one of the guitarists is like jacked. He's like 60 years old. He's like jacked. But the lead singer, that's the problem. He looks like his name could be like Sally, or he looks like an aunt.
Right.
He looks like somebody's aunt. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's fat. He's got a fucking shitty haircut, long hair. Like,
So what happens when you try to keep the look and 20, 25, 30 years later?
But haven't any of these guys thought of may's let's just stay thin. That's all you need to do is just stay thin. And you can get, like I was mentioning on Friday's show, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith remained thin, kept the same look he had, and you can vibe with Aerosmith even when they're fucking 80 years old playing. It's because he's thin.
That's why? Because of his thinness?
Yes. I was watching The Cure play on the Hollywood the Hall of Fame.
Only someone who spends all his free time in the gym can get away with a comment like that.
Fuck yeah, bro. Don't fuck with me. I'm in the zone. Jaeger bombs. I was watching The Cure play on the Hall of Fame ceremony, and the guy, you can't. They sound great, but you can't watch it. The guy looks like a fat lady. He looks like a lady.
Yeah, there's not a lot of in the history of like especially rock music, heavy set guys.
Rock. Google it right now in your studio in New York. Google Robert Smith pictures, images.
Robert Smith images.
They are brutal. Look at the aging Robert Smith pictures. Awful. The guy should never be photographed.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, he's that bad.
What?
It's that bad. I was like,
at least stop with the lipstick. You don't need to do the lipstick anymore.
Right. Monday, I'm in love.
I'm not on the same tip with you with the heaviness. Listen, age, it's tough to.
Yeah, I know, I get it. You gain weight and stuff, but
the lipstick thing.
Maybe not maintain the look. Like if Robert Smith didn't try to maintain the same shirt look that he had during his heyday, it would have been more respectable. Like say if he had an adult haircut and he didn't wear the makeup and just sang the songs, I think we'd all be fine with that. We don't need you to wear fucking, cherry red lipstick and say, Monday you can fall apart. We don't need that. We don't need to watch you in the 60s do that.
Well, no, there's a way to do it. You could still do your song, still have your look, but have it be appropriate. I guess that's the word.
Be appropriate with it. Good fucking, yeah, be appropriate.
There's a look that he could have at his age that would be appropriate for the music, the sound, the time, the feeling. But it feels like he looks like a clown, honestly. Like it looks a little silly.
Team Left Jab checking it. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has big teeth too. Would you get a blowy from her? The political girl?
Why not?
From Brooklyn?
Why not? What's wrong with that?
She's 29. I should go get her. I would imagine she gives great blowjobs.
All right.
How uptight she is. She's probably gung ho.
She's a very nice person. You gotta look beyond that, Kieran.
Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop is another one that maintained his thin. He looks great. Look at Iggy Pop these days. The guy he hasn't aged in 20 years.
Because he's been dead for 30.
That's my point, Rock. By the way, Leroy, in reference to the Simpsons stealing our bit. Now, if Bart Simpson was talking about TJ Maxx socks, that would be stealing an LR show
bit. Good point.
So, Rock, this is what I want you to do. I want you to flip on Fox and just start watching Simpsons episodes. And if any of them ever mention TJ Maxx, I believe that means they're stealing from us.
No, I'm confident that everyone listens to our shows and just takes stuff from us.
It would be a smart idea because no one listens to us and no one knows.
Right.
You're stealing. We've done shit. The whole bracket of, during the NCAA men tournament shit, and people do the bracket of hot chicks. Rock and I were doing that 19 years ago. I feel like we were doing that before we started the show.
We did it for so long that we revised it.
Meatloaf pulled off the same look.
Yeah.
Meatloaf has always looked like a meatloaf. When he was young, he was.
So it's not just a clever name. Well, how's that joke go? Shitty Beatles.
Alice Cooper is another one. Alice Cooper's another one who maintained the look of death for
And he wears the mascara and shit, but it looks appropriate.
You know what? I want to master that. I don't get.
I want to masturbate.
No, Alice Cooper, I feel like has looked the same age since 1986 till now.
Yeah.
He's always he hit like an age where he was old and he looked old and he just maintained that same level of old for the next 40 years.
I agree, totally, right there.
By the way, how is Ozzy Osbourne still alive?
Good question.
Fucking Christ,
how is he alive? Who was it? No, someone else I was thinking. I was like, how the fuck is this person? Who even knew? Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton's getting younger somehow.
You like that turtleneck, bro? You love the turtleneck.
It's just weird because I remember
Rock has someone with turtleneck.
15 years ago, I was talking about her, and I swear she's getting younger now.
I swear to God, if you're wearing a turtleneck, never approach Rocket because a fucking boner will be popping out. Absolutely. Rock has something with turtleneck. He loves when people hide their necks.
She does films that take place in the summer and she's wearing a turtleneck. I just don't understand.
I know, she's on the beach with fucking Jack Nicholson. Why you have a turtleneck on? Fucking July. The only reason I can give to that is that she's afraid of getting mosquito bites. But why would the mosquito just be like, man, I can bite the cheek? Like, you know? The fuck? Diane Keaton with the fucking turtleneck.
Oh, fuck. That's too funny.
She was just on Ellen like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Good for her.
She had a turtleneck on and a giant hat.
It'd be funny.
Bonnie McFarlane is Rock's hall pass chick. Is that true?
Bonnie McFarlane? I don't know.
The comedian, Bonnie McFarlane.
I know who Bonnie McFarlane is.
By the way, she's known as the director, Bonnie McFarlane. So you might be working with her someday, which will bring this whole fucking long-ass, boring-ass bit to a close. Happening for 17 years, we still have no conclusion.
Chris Italia posted a picture on Instagram, and I liked it, and I wrote, "This is wonderful!" exclamation mark.
See, you're feeding into the Bonnie McFarlane.
I'm very happy.
Rivalry.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy for them both. More Chris, but I'm very happy for them both. It's great. It's wonderful.
Oh, no. He's a director now.
Yeah,
full-fledged director.
He is. Chris Italia director.
No, not Chris. Bonnie McFarlane is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chris is the producer.
Oh, okay.
Bonnie McFarlane is the director.
Gotcha. Understood.
So she might be creating some material that will be sent to Rocket's way, and you'll have to edit a Bonnie McFarlane
joint. A joint. Okay, I'm fine with that.
And you guys might be in the editor's studio at one point together, going, not talking to each other because you have some sort of rivalry.
We're gonna start a new production company together.
What is it called? I'm not paying attention to you at Caroline.
It's kind of long, but for an LLC, you got to be unique.
It's going to be called No Crowd Work. All right. Are we done?
I think we met our quota, and this was wonderful.
By the way, a few things I want to mention. Tiger Woods' yacht is parked in Oyster Bay. I don't even know why. Why is that a no? Oh, Leroy Jenkins sent me this. Part of Park Hill.
I thought it was this paper says "I quit." Smart of him.
Part of the Park Hill neighborhood in Staten Island will be named Wu-Tang District.
Good. Finally. Shaolin for life.
Absolutely. By the way, thank you to Team Left Jab Boxing Radio in the chat room. Just subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. Thank you to Leroy Jenkins. Thank you everybody else for checking out the LunaticRadio.com show. John Dean Noodle, cool teacher. Word them up.
Thank you, everybody, as always.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who subscribes to us on iTunes and everywhere else. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Lunatic Radio. If you'd like to donate to the LunaticRadio.com show, www.lunaticradio.com show, bottom right-hand corner of our website. Click the donate button and send me $100,000.
Do I get a percentage of that?
Rock gets a percentage. He gets how much? How much you want, Rock? $200. $200 to Rock. You get half, Rock.
Yes.
Half is shit. Half is shit.
Half. As Eddie Murphy would say. Half.
Go spend $30,000 on a bottle of fucking Chardonnay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Check out the lunaticradio.com show. And Rock, I'll send it to you. Final word. Go ahead.
This show is longer than a tweet. I learned that tonight.
Wow. I like that one. Finally, somebody with the final word. All right. See you guys later.
We're getting there. We're getting there.